Hello everybody, how are you? Today we will solve a lot of questions about derivative such as at y equal x power x. We want to find the derivative of this function. We have function 2 powers this function. We can't find the derivative here, so we must write len by right hand side and left hand side. Len y equal len x power x, and we can drop x here, so len y equal x multiply len x, and then we can find the derivative about left hand side and right hand side. We can find the derivative here. We can write this unknown here y, and derivative about y will be y dash equal, we have two term multiplication about x and len x. We can write first will be x dot the derivative about len x will be 1 over x plus the second. We can write the derivative of the second multiply here we can write len x multiply the derivative about x will be 1. We can simplest x divided by x equal 1, and you can complete it. The result will be what we can complete it here, y dash over y equal 1 plus len x, then y dash equal, we can cross write y equal y multiply 1 equal y plus y multiply len x. We know y equal x power x, so we can cancel this unknown here, and we can write the derivative about this function will be what, we can cancel y and write x power x plus x power x multiply len x, and we can write len x outside here, coefficient between two terms. We can write len x outside, so the derivative will be x power x outside, and we can write 1 plus len x. It's the derivative of this function, so the result will be x power x multiplied by 1 plus len x. Look at another example, y equal x power sine x. We want to find the derivative of this function. We have a term to trigonometric function, so we must put len from left hand side and right hand side to find the derivative about this expression. Okay, len y equal len x power sine x, and we know this properties. We can drop this power here, so len y equal sine x multiplied by len x, and we can find the derivative about left hand side and right hand side. We can write the derivative of this function. We can write this unknown here y, and derivative about y will be y dash. We have two terms, and we find the derivative about multiplication about two terms, so we can find the first sine x multiply the derivative about the second will be 1 over x, plus we can write the second len x multiplied by the derivative of the first will be cosine x, and we can simplify it. We can simplify it y cross. We know y equal x power sine x, so y dash equal y multiplied by sine x over x plus len x dot cosine x, and we can cancel this unknown here y and write x power sine x to find the derivative about this function. Okay, the derivative will be y dash equal, we can cancel y here and write y equals x power sine x, so we can write x power sine x multiplied by sine x over x plus len x dot cosine x. Okay, this is the result about this function. Look at another example. What about y equal len x 2 power x? You can find the derivative of the function. We know we have the function power function. We can't find the derivative about the function by, we must by len by left hand side and right hand side to find the derivative. Okay, len x 2 power x, and we can drop this power here. We can drop this power, so len y equal x multiply len this function len x, and we can find the derivative about left hand side, right hand side. We can derivative about y len y equal y dash over y, and we have multiplication about two term, the first and second. We can find the derivative. We can write first multiply by the derivative about this function. We have len function. We can write this function in denominator and derivative about the function in numerator, len x, and derivative about, we can write this function here, and derivative about this function will be 1 over x. Okay, it's the first and was the second, and we can write the second here, len x multiply derivative about x will be 1. We can simplify it, cancel x with x, so y dash over y equal 1 over len x plus len of len x, and we can multiply y from left hand side to right hand side, because we know the product of extremes equals the product of means. This term, this expression, we can multiply it by y equal len x power x. We can write it here, look at here, y dash equal y multiply 1 over len x plus len of len x. Okay, and we can write y here, y was len x power x, so y dash derivative of y equal len x to power x multiply by 1 over len x plus len of len x. You must know the properties about this function. What about this example? Y equal x power 1 over x. We want to find the derivative of this function, so we must put len from left hand side equal len to right hand side, and you must drop this power outside here, so len y equal 1 over x multiply by len x. And to find the derivative about left hand side and right hand side, we can find the derivative about this function. We can write 1 over y multiply y by dash. Look at, we will derivative about left hand side and right hand side. The derivative about the function will be y dash over y, and we have two functions. We want to find the derivative about multiplication about two term. We can write the first here multiply by the derivative about len x equal 1 over x, plus we can find what? We can find the second multiply by the derivative about 1 over x. We know 1 over x equal x power negative 1, so this number we can write it x power negative 1 multiply by len x. So we can write again, we can write the first here and the derivative about the second. Understood? We have two function. We can write the first here and the derivative about the second, plus we can write what? We can write the second multiply, and we can write second multiply the derivative about the first. The second function here multiply the derivative about this function x power negative 1. We must drop the power here outside and subtract 1 from negative 1. It will be negative 2. Then the result will be y dash equal y multiply by y over x, 1 over x multiply 1 over x equal 1 over x power 2 plus len x multiply x power negative 2. We can write it here in denominator negative x power 2, and we can write y dash equal, we can cancel this unknown and write y equal x power 1 over x, x power 1 over x multiply by 1 over x power 2. It will be negative, because negative multiply positive equal negative, len x over x power 2. the result about the derivative about function y equal x power 1 over x. You must know all properties about len. We get like len from left hand side to right hand side and find the derivative about this function and this function. We can write the derivative about dx and here the about derivative about left hand side and right hand side about this function. Okay, you must know all properties about this solve and we can drop this power here to find the result. It's okay.